this new album, you've got to be feeling really great about.
Well, it's funny, you know, most of the time when you put new albums out, you have a little bit of anxiety if any of the songs are going to be successful. So with COVID and all that, we put a couple extra songs out. Now I have 3 number ones on an album before it actually comes out. So I'm like, hey, I got it. I'm good. I'm good. On to the next.
You pulling the Lady Gaga on us, you know what I'm saying? Like, not a whole lot of artists can pull that off. I mean, one Margarita, I think, the music video definitely put, like, especially since we're all in the sheltering in place kind of situation, seeing y'all on the beach having a good time just made my heart like swell. I was like, awesome.
Well, what's crazy is, you know, we made that video in January, January 25th or something, and, you know, we're out there just living our best life. And, you know, how could we have known that in, you know, a month and a half, you know, the world would really look a lot differently. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, having One Margarita out this summer has been really, really fun, just to kind of give people a little bit of a mental escape. And we obviously, I mean, every day I wake up on my phone, I mean, I'm checking the headlines, checking how the virus is doing and how, you know, how the vaccine outlook and all that. So when I think I think everybody else is doing the same thing. And then obviously, you know, so many other issues and social things that are going on too. I mean, we're getting a lot of really, really mentally challenging stuff. So I think when people want to escape and have a margarita and put on that song, I think it's a nice little departure from what we're all getting. And it was fun having the song out.
Man, seeing your mom on the beach with her little, you know, her little 2-step. she is living her best life.
You know, what's funny is to have that moment with her, you know, enshrined forever is pretty fun. I mean, I'll look back on that and have a lot of smiles. And
she's hilarious.
Yeah, she's a trip. I mean, what's funny is before we were shooting that video, and you know, like that morning, you know, she was like, my back hurts, I'm tired, I'm not getting. When you put the camera on her, she's like it's like Superman putting on the cape, you know.
I know, right? It's her superpower. It's her superpower. One of the things I've loved during this quarantine situation is getting a clue into some of our favorite celebs' life at home and what their situation is like with their significant other and their families and things like that. I knew that you and your wife had great senses of humor. I did not realize that y'all were expert prankers also. I mean, come on.
Well, my wife, I mean, she's always been, she's really good at it, you know, and then, so we just, like I said, our household, there's rubber snakes flying through the air. There's these little, you know, boxes, and you'll open the box and a spider comes out at you. And so, yeah, your head has to be on a swivel around my house. And now the boys, you know, all my boys, they want to get in on the mix too. And
see, they got me on set. It was National Tequila Day, and I was taking a bottle to the face, as one does on National Tequila Day, and they threw a rubber snake onto the desk, and I about lost it.
Oh, yeah.
About lost it. It was crazy. But, I feel like you were talking earlier about some of the shifts that are happening in our country, and what feels like, you know, it is not only a big mental toll, but it's like an awakening for parts of our country, right? And for all of us as Americans. One of the crazy parts about, I feel like, this shift that's happening, you even see it in country music, Garth Brooks saying, I want to remove my name from Entertainer of the Year, the category for the CMA, because there are other people, I've won it a ton of times, and want other people to be able to step into this shine and who earn and who deserve that space. What did you think of that?
Well, you know, I think, you know, it could be, there's a lot of ways you could dissect on, you know, there's a lot of ways you could really get heady with how Garth did it. I mean, obviously it's a little tricky when the CMAs say that, well, if you get voted in and you legitimately win, you're the winner, you know, sometimes. So, I mean, you know, I think there's always, you know, no matter who wins. I mean, the years that I won, I mean, it was the most incredible feeling in the world. And they're, you know, years that I go out and tour and years that, you know, obviously Carrie Underwood and whoever's in that, you know, me and Keith Urban, I mean, we've actually had lunch and talked about, you know, declaring an actual winner. I mean, that gets tough these days. I mean, when you're in the category, you're just blessed to be in it. And you would like to, you know, the nomination is so amazing. And then winning is out of this world. And I think it comes down to, like, I want to see hardworking artists. I want it to be able to see where they can truly over their career. I mean, somebody like a Carrie Underwood and Eric Church, and even some.
But imagine what that would be for country music to see Carrie Underwood win Entertainer of the Year, and like not given to her, but like because she's earned it.
Yeah, I mean that's like, the tricky part. I mean, when Garth, you know, I mean, I think when you're naturally, I mean, we're all naturally competitive too. You know, if I would like, I mean, whoever I win, I don't want any. You know, I don't want any, I mean, I would imagine when Carrie Underwood wins, she wants to be proud that she beat all the boys. I mean, that's what, that's amazing too, you know? So, and, you know, I've heard about her. I mean, you know, when I've won, people heard about what stuff I was doing out on the road and how, so it's, you know, I think some artists can be like, well, oh, Garth, I mean, we're so glad you're letting us, you know, have a chance to win. Some people can take it that way. And then some people can take it where he's genuinely don't want that uncomfortable feeling anymore of winning when he may have not felt like he should have won and stuff like that. So I'm not going to get in the middle of all that, you know.
But we can both agree how awesome it would be to see a Carrie Underwood win Entertainment of the Year.
I mean, and totally. I mean, and like I said, I mean, I've even seen years where, I mean, there was one time where Keith Urban won. You know, Keith Urban won early in his career, very early, and did not win for, I mean, I'd say 10 years maybe. And then he won another one, and I was like, I was so happy because I always felt like he deserved more than one.
Right,
I mean, an entertainer like Keith Urban, and the same feelings for somebody like Carrie Underwood. I mean, the years that I can't remember when I've been nominated against her, but you know, I mean, you're always pulling. You know, obviously, you'd love to win it. Just to say that, you know, that year I got proclaimed being on top of my game. Yeah, and so
Speaking of another woman on top of her game and another woman in your life, Katy Perry.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 2 major singles, the baby. I mean, if you had to imagine Katy Perry as a mom. You know what I mean? You've worked with her for a number of years. You've known her for a few years before that. How do you imagine she'll be as a mom?
Oh, I think, well, you know, I mean, she's been, you know, with being with Orlando for years and Orlando having a son, she's had to, you know, and I'm not going to, you know, I don't know Orlando's first wife, but you know, I know she's had to kind of be, you know, a part of a family unit already. And just knowing Katy, she is, as far as, you know, her awareness of like, and her intellect and just how sharp she is. I mean, she's amazingly talented when it comes to all of her surroundings and the people. And God, she's going to be able to take all of those amazing qualities and focus it on being a wonderful mother and a nurturing mother. I mean, you know, Katy, you know, she's always been very vocal about her family unit, and she grew up with a great family unit. She's obviously criticized some of it too, but you know, she, like we all, I mean, I can criticize my family unit growing up, but I think she's going to be just a 10 out of 10 mother. And so excited for her in Orlando. I mean, I've gotten to know him you know, a little bit through the show too, and going to dinners, and you know, I'm just excited for them. I mean, anytime.
Wait, y'all double dated?
Well, I wouldn't call them double date. I'd call, well, we've been on a couple of dinners together where, you know, like, so Katy and, you know, Katy and I, we see each other all the time. Well, the first thing when we go on dinner, Katy's like, Orlando, Luke, y'all sit together, and you know, we'll swap up the seats so we can. And I promised Orlando, you know, I got like, man, I got to take you on some hunting trips. So one day I'll get him in the woods.
Could you imagine? Or it would almost be like Lord and the Rings all over again.
Oh, I know. I told him, I said, we're going to put all those bow and arrow skills to use.
Oh my gosh. That would be something to see.
Roll the camera.
Before I let you go, I do want to talk just real briefly about this photo. I think it was a photo that I saw about you. This is how I know you made it. When you have other people posting how they're on your boat. You know what I'm saying? Thomas Rhett was like, yep, took the boat out for a little bit. Thanks, Luke.
You know, actually, you know, I'm trying to, you know, find some partners in the boat, sell the boat. They were just suckers. You know, I tricked them in. I showed them all my good fishing spots, and maybe now Lauren will want to buy the boat from me, and I can wash my. No, I'm playing.
Well, they say, don't they say the two best days in a boat owner's life?
Life is when you buy it, when you sell it. No, I mean, you know, Thomas Rhett and Lauren, they live kind of close to our beach house, and this year was kind of their first year that they got to move into their new place, and anytime I see a lot of my buddies. I mean, I've had Blake and Jason on the boat. I mean, it's a fun way to get out there and go bond with your buddies. But I told TR, I said, hey man, if you're ever down there, I said, I'm gone for the summer. My boat's sitting there and my captain's there. I said, call me up and y'all go get on it. And he took me up on it. And I love that. I mean, I love being able to share some of my things that I've been so lucky to have. And just seeing him and Lauren out there catching, you know, he sent me a lot of pictures, and he just said they had a great day out there with the family. And that's what it's all about. And, you know, I figured I'd let him borrow my fishing boat, and then one day I can borrow his yacht.
Ooh, there you go. There you go. That's how you do it.
I always got an angle, baby. I always work.